Take one more step and I'll blow this IP to Magic Kingdom Come.
So, you may be thinking, how did I end up on The Simpsons holding a laptop and threaten to destroy, expose and conquer all of Disney? Well, let's circle back and get into the whole freaking story. So on Monday morning, I woke up to a tweet from my friend and talented artist Me-Girl, who was watching the newest Simpsons episode live on TV, season 34, episode 3's Lisa the Boy Scout. And to be honest, I was curious but not wholly convinced, so my usual Monday morning routine of catching up with the latest Simpsons episode went as planned. Coffee in my hand, cold gross muesli in the other, but this time it was very, very different. I believe that this episode not only starred me, but James, who helps me run the channel, as well as this community of Simpsons fans. So here's my theory, a Simpsons theory. First off, I have to say that this episode was stellar. It plunges into fan theories, conspiracies, and basically laughs in the face of us fans who overanalyze them.
I have come back in time to reveal the events of the future!
But the episode also berates itself for the lengths it's gone to over its 30 plus years on air. It's an abstract view of The Simpsons from the point of view of the culture which grew up on it, especially the ones who were disappointed and pining for past greatness. Inherently meta and oh so fabulous. Lisa the Boy Scout opens with your typical run-of-the-mill Lisa vs Bart episode. Bart partakes in an activity and Lisa joins in to confront gender inequality. Similarly to Money Bart, Lisa on Ice, as well as the Secret War of Lisa Simpson. This choice of intro is entirely intentional, poking fun at the show's critiques of repetitive storylines. However, we're interrupted by a pair of hacktivists, i.e. Pseudonymous, who have broken into Disney servers and plan to show-ruining clips of rejected Simpsons storylines. Equipped with Homer Anonymous masks and voice-changing technology, their mission is to get a huge ransom of Bitcoin. And as a threat, they reveal a loosely connected group of wild plot points and retcons. These touch on fan theories that have orbited the show for years, but also references past Simpsons choices that fans claim have ruined the show. Such as the whole Principal and the Pauper twist, which basically tried to delete everything we knew about Principal Skinner and replace him with Armin Tamzarian. And in this episode, Lenny is the subject to be deleted, as he's claimed to be nothing more than a figment of Carl's imagination, and this nicely balances the fun being poked at the fans as well as the show itself. Time and time again, we are transported into theories and fan discussions through the guise of Simpsons clips claiming to be show ruining. From the Homer in a coma theory, the cloning theory, Eddie being Ralph's father theory, and the most notable, how the Simpsons predicted everything. Each clip is written and designed with such care and creativity, even replicating the animation style of Simpsons roasting on an open fire and inserting the HD era Bart to disclose the future events. It was honestly just so fun to see The Simpsons almost play within itself and take genuine risks, reminiscent of season 11's Behind the Laughter. This comedy is laid thickly and feels like a real in-joke between The Simpsons and its fans. In an interview with a creator I heard a few years back, they said that this is what this Simpsons movie was trying to shy away from in order to attract new audiences. So to see this fandom indulged in an entire episode and not just a few sight gags feels super, super special. These theories were masterfully interweaved with original theories from the writers. Martin Prince is an undercover 36-year-old cop with a wife and kids. Lisa Simpson just loves veal. Marge's parents are actually Selma and Disco Stew, which makes that ski trip all the more disturbing. And Milhouse's parents aren't even his.
Oh, thank God! Yes!
Oh.
Oh yeah, and it turns out that Willie is actually Welsh.
I'm not your real father, and I'm not Scottish. I'm Welsh!
These theories are then backed up with vague, nonsensical explanations that would surely anger any fan that was watching a canon episode, which I feel is exactly what the creators were trying to do. The episode then shifts its aim at pure self-depreciation, revealing more clips that will surely ruin the franchise, all of which stem from actual episodes. Marge and Lisa's preparation to go into space in season 27's The Margian Chronicles, Homer's unsettling gastric surgery in season 19's Husband and Knives, and Burns' googly eyes, and the elf jockeys from season 11's Saddle Saw Galactica. We then enter a montage of punny Simpsons episode titles that apparently couldn't justify their use, pointing out the occasionally scattershot focus of the show. This segment alone could be expanded like the 22 short films about Springfield from season 7. And finally, the episode ended by returning to the plot it interrupted, and like clockwork, it included the revelation that Homer and Marge almost broke up again. Again, this references several episodes that end the exact same way, only to be saved by a last-second apology from Homer, the perfect companion to the whole Bart vs. Lisa episode framework. So now we're going to discuss a whole new theory, that the hackers from Pseudonymous are actually James and I. And like all of my Simpsons Theory videos I've told before, I'm going to provide good, solid proof. P.S. I just want to say that I generally hate putting myself out there at all, therefore me claiming to be in The Simpsons does make me feel slightly uncomfortable and incredibly arrogant. But I wouldn't say it unless it had a good amount of weight to it, and I think it's pretty interesting. So I thought I'd start off by introducing some context which will make the clues in the episode a bit clearer. Back in February, James and I were planning a trip to LA, and always thinking of The Simpsons, I thought, why don't we try to reach out to the creators to see if we could get an interview? And I wasn't expecting anything, but I was blown away to receive an invite to join Matt Selman, Caroline Omine, Rob Lezebnik, Brian Kelly, and Tim Long for lunch. 5 of the biggest, most interesting minds behind The Simpsons, and 5 of the nicest people I could ever have met. I was nervous as hell, so having James there to take over the interview at times was a huge lifesaver, and I think that our bond really came across on the day. Anyway, I swear to you, this does lead up into why I think that we are the inspiration behind these characters. The character design. Now, looking at my avatar and comparing it to Ashley the Hacker, there are some pretty definitive clues. The winged eyeliner, the lipstick shade, the red hair and its style, and I mean you've even got that flicked up widow's peak and the waves of hair that fall around the face and past the back. These choices combined is more than a coincidence. The hacker's relationship. Now, not only does Ashley 2, the boy hacker, look like James, but we also work side by side behind a computer screen every single day, which is something we spoke about to the creators. And just like the hackers, we planned to get married that year, which we did. We even had the Simpsons theme song play during the ceremony, which you can listen to on our Instagram account, linked down below. The British accent. Yeah, I know Ashley's voiced by the wonderful Anna Faris, and I wish I sounded just like her. However, I did find it a bit curious as to why the British accent was made such a thing in the episode.
Oh my god, you're British?
Sure, it could be devised to make Ashley 2 sound more attractive to Ashley 1, but my accent is something that is picked up a lot on this channel, so I think it was quite poignant to include this as such a detail. The inclusion of fan theories. When we met the writers, we discussed several fan theories that included cloning, several Hans Moleman theories, secret parental discoveries, and missing characters. All themes that were discussed in this episode, albeit focusing on different characters. And when we asked for their reactions, we got a cheeky, yeah, why not? Could it be that these were in their minds when they were writing the episode? How the Simpsons predicted everything. Now, to take that point one step further, this episode also revealed the answer to the lifelong question, how the Simpsons predicted everything. Trump's presidency, pandemics, Nobel Prize winners, you name it, the Simpsons probably predicted it. Now, what if I was to tell you that I literally wrote a book answering the question, i.e. how the Simpsons predicted everything? And if you're interested in an answer that differs from Bart rocking up in a time machine, which is hard to beat, I know, then feel free to check it out in the link below. Confronting the Writers. I had to know, was that us in the show? So I did what any person would do with my mind full of neurotic thoughts and no one to talk to. Take to Twitter. So I outright asked Matt Selman if these characters were based on James and I, and we got an answer. I feel that this is an example of magical cosmic osmosis, but who knows? This combined with a few carefully liked tweets from Matt Selman written by you guys has pretty much confirmed it for me. But even still, I will gaze about the cosmos in awe and wonder of the lifelong question. Can Santa's little helper really talk?
Good morning, Homer.
The Simpsons and its talented team are pushing the show into realms untrodden, and I am well and truly here for its wild, wild ride, and the discussions we can have about it for years to come.